Discussing a topic of good governance and the role of e-governance in good governance. I would not be, I would rather speak on a very generic tone to assess as to what has to be done. I have a couple of arguments. I will not take much time because the lunch time is very near, I guess. And but one of the few things which we need to do is that there is it's a spectrum. The governance is a spectrum, in my opinion, with the current level of governance available and being done at the state level or at the federal level to the ideal goal of good governance. Now, where do we stand? We need to assess it first. There are many examples. For example, all the state governments are at various stages of rolling out many of the services in e-form. Some of them are lagging, some of them are very far. I was in Hyderabad and we came to know that they have launched 48 citizen-centric services in the e-form. And they used to call it e-Seva earlier. But they have now recognized that e-Seva is not the right kind of jargon. Me-Seva is the correct jargon. And I cannot translate fully what me-Seva actually means, but it is serve you. So even at the as an administrator or as a political executive, most of the state governments are recognizing that e-Seva has to translate into something more than that. So they are trying to move up the spectrum towards probably good governance. But if you assess it in a rational manner, then we realize that we are somewhere in the middle of the spectrum and trying to achieve good governance. I'm not talking about inclusive growth as yet. Probably that is a subject which probably may come once we are at a level of good governance, which our citizens perceive is good. Now, if you talk to citizens where these 48 services are rolled out, or to citizens where 8 services are rolled out, they do recognize that this has helped. But then their expectations are much more. That they do not want to apply for 6 different departments, services from the same kiosk 6 times. Now that is a major challenge in my opinion, where e-governance within our system is struggling. The citizen perceives the government as one unit, as one of our panelists earlier said. But do we have the government, cohesive government behind the scenes? After you give an application or a couple of applications for certain services, are we cohesive enough behind the scenes as a government? Which, in my opinion, is not the case. Government departments work in silos. The internal governance of the government itself is a major challenge, and the department need to be much more cohesive to project themselves as one single unit of the government to the citizens. Now, this challenge is probably going to be handled by most of the state governments, and IT enablement would be one of the ways of achieving this. This argument, if we take it further, then we find that, for example, let's take the case of land records. You can get your land records online or maybe even from a kiosk kind of place. But what about land acquisition? When the land acquisition happens, how does that gel with the land mutations? Have we been able to do that kind of exercise? Maybe yes, partially in some of the states, but not fully. Then there is another issue of land registration. In many of the states, land registration is not with the revenue department, and it is done by judicial department, and there is no connection between the two, and they do not talk to each other. And the same paper moves in the traditional manner for the databases which are available to be updated for the land records. Now, there is a need for government departments to have some kind of speaking databases. And this speaking of databases has to happen in an electronic format rather than in a paper format. And that is an internal governance issue of the departments in the governments. Now, this also would ultimately require speaking of databases with databases outside the government. For example, recently we had that LPG cap of LPG cylinders, and You can see that most of the databases for LPG is maintained by oil companies. Now their databases do not speak to the PDS databases available with the state governments, whereas the subsidies are connected, kerosene subsidy and the LPG subsidy. If you get one, you do not get another. So these databases don't speak automatically. Yeah, exactly. And then you find that even the oil companies are struggling, and the public distribution departments of the state governments are struggling even more. Now, this kind of connection between disparate databases and automatic speaking of these databases is another challenge for achieving a level of e-governance, which can be called probably me-seva or me-governance. And in between the spectrum, we also find there is M-governance and G-governance also coming. Now, this, speaking of databases, is one of the key challenges, I think, which we need to address. And how do we address? Government of India probably thought about one unique ID called Aadhaar. I don't know what is the experience of other people or the industry people about that project, but in my opinion, it is struggling. Then Government of India came up with another unique ID through the National Population Register. It will also take a lot of time for the whole of the country to be put into a database. But in the meantime, my argument is that the state governments at their own level should start putting databases in a speaking mode on an automatic basis to achieve some kind of higher level of spectrum of governance. Inclusive growth or inclusion would automatically come in when we start using disparate databases with the government databases, and it becomes one humongous database or a kind of cloud of databases. So this is my argument, and I would suggest that people who are in the industry, who are in the government, who are in the public sector, would take note of such kind of suggestion or maybe argument and take it. Thank you very much.